Hello everyone, and welcome to Sly Raccoon on the Sony PlayStation 3. I am One Wild Sheep yet again, and this is a fantastic game being developed by Sucker Punch, and trust me, this is one of my favourite game franchises. This is a part of the Sony PlayStation trifecta of platformer series, and it's just flat out amazing throughout. And as you can probably guess by the trophy appearing on screen, I am playing this through the HD collection version of the game because I figured why not, to get better picture quality out of it, and I can't find my original disc anyway, so there we go. Oh, I love the bass. You're gonna hear a lot of bass playing throughout this game. This game is just, oh. Basically, it's a Crash Bandicoot style platformer with a bit of a stealth element. You'll see a bit more of that as time goes on.
Sly! Come in! Sly! Do you read me?
Yeah, I read you. Loud and very loud.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Trying to break into police headquarters does that.
Get over it, Bentley. You're safe in the van. I'm the thief here. I've got to steal that file from Inspector Carmelita Fox.
Well, count on me to be your eyes and ears, buddy. Got their security system totally scoped. To get inside, you're gonna have to go through that air vent.
All right, I'm going in.
And don't forget you got me at the wheel, Sly. All you gotta do is grab the file and get back to the van. We'll do the rest.
Just keep that engine running, Murray. I'll be down in no time.
So there we go. Welcome folks to Sly Raccoon, also known as Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus in non-European territories. This is obviously, like I said, it's a PlayStation, part of the PlayStation trifecta platformers. This is sort of like a Crash Bandicoot sort of deal. It's like a Crash Bandicoot with stealth elements, and it's a pretty fun game. Not as good as the later games in the series, just because the later games in the series are more refined, but we'll talk about them as we get to them.
Hey, Bentley, I think I'm seeing things. Must be vertigo or something. Can you see those crazy blue lights?
Really? I've read about this. Master raccoon thieves are able to sense thieving opportunities, which manifest themselves as unexplainable blue auras. According to my research, all you have to do is get near them and hold down the circle button, and you should perform a super sneaky master thief move.
Hold down the circle button near blue auras. I'm on it.
Okie doke. So, yeah, this game is just, like I said, amazing throughout. Now, we're already introduced to the main characters of this game. We've got Sly the Raccoon, the main character of this game in particular, and he's the go-to stealth guy.
Be extra careful here, Sly. Break one of those laser beams and you'll set off the alarms. Not to mention, you'll be fried to a crisp.
That guy who's just talking about that is known as Bentley, and Bentley is,
Nice job, you're in.
talking a lot. I'm just gonna continue talking over him by ear because it's his old stuff. Basically, he's the brains behind all the operations that we get to do, all our thieving. And of course, we have the third guy, who's a pink hippo, known as Murray. And I've just gone backwards, haven't I? Yeah. So Murray is also, like I said, Murray's the pink guy. He's the sort of like, not really the bronze in this game, but in later series of this franchise, he becomes the bronze. Right now, he's kind of like a coward that just sort of drives. And that's pretty much all there is to it. As you can see, you can ransack the place by pushing the square button and collect a lot of coins. Every 100 coins you get will gain you an extra hit point, and if you have a couple of hit points on you, they'll gain you an extra life.
Way to go, Sly! This is where Inspector Carmelita Fox stashes all her important files. I hacked into the police security mainframe and discovered this vault's combo. Try dialing in 937.
Of course, we use the analog stick to dial in 937. That's an 8. Yeah, go on, come on, me. Come on, get my thieving game up.
Nice job! You got it! If you come down through the fire escape and head through the parking lot, we'll be waiting in the getaway van.
Alright, just leave our little calling card thing. I never understood why thieves stereotypically leave calling cards. It's just like,
Criminal! You foolish raccoon. I've caught you red-handed.
Ah, Carmelita. I haven't seen you since I gave you the slip in Bombay.
Which reminds me, you need to return the Firestone of India to its rightful owners.
Ah, and I was gonna give it to you as a little token of my... Hey, you know, that bazooka really brings out the color of your eyes. Very fetching.
You think? This pistol packs a paralyzing punch. You ought to try it. Might snap you out of your crime spree.
And give up our little rendezvous?
Plenty of time for that once you're safely behind bars.
Love to stick around and chat, but I just dropped by to pick up this case file. I think you've had it long enough.
Nothing like some good old-fashioned banter between thief and cop. This is a very cartoony game, and I just love the way it looks. Like, the graphics haven't aged all that well, but they do their job. But yeah, I never understood why thieves have calling cards. It's just like, I assume it's just mainly as a screw you to the police or whoever they're stealing stuff from. It's quite interesting. Anyway, into the van we go, and that's the end of the tutorial.
You can't escape me, Raccoon!
Clearly, I just did.
Once again, my gang and I had given Inspector Carmelita Fox the slip. I was surprised to see how well she took it. Finally, the secret police file I'd been searching for all these years. With this, I could avenge my family and regain possession of our most valued treasure. It all began when I was just a kid, bouncing on my father's knee. You see, I come from a long line of master thieves who kept all their secrets of sneaking and stealing in an ancient book. The Thievius Raccoonus. Anyone who read it learned to be especially sneaky, which is why we specialize in stealing from criminals. After all, there's no honor, no challenge, no fun stealing from ordinary people. You rip off a master criminal, and you know you're a master thief. Well, on the night I was supposed to inherit the book, 5 visitors came unannounced to our door. My father fought to protect us, but the gang of villains known as the Fiendish Five overpowered him and ransacked our house until they found the Thievius Raccoonus. Our family's manual of thieving greatness fell into their filthy hands. They tore the book into 5 pieces and split it up, each villain disappearing to the farthest corners of the world to commit dastardly crimes. Broken alone, I was dumped at the town orphanage. There I met 2 guys who became my lifelong buddies and trusted crew. Bentley, techno genius and strategist supreme, and Murray, part-time driver and full-time burden. Together we pledged to track down the Fiendish Five, avenge my father, and steal back the Thievius Raccoonus. I knew I was about to face the toughest test of my life. On this mission, I would either become a master thief like my ancestors before me, or fail and allow my family name to bite the dust.
So there's not a lot riding on us, really, is there? Oh, God.
That was a nice piece of work back there at police headquarters, Sly. Come see me if you want to check out any of your old movies. I've got them all here on my computer. Use the left analog stick to move around the hideout and the X button to select things. I've already plotted a route to our first target.
Right, so without further ado, let's go to the first mission of the game.
The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on Sir Raleigh the Frog. As a young man, this hot-tempered frog grew bored of his life of luxury and privilege. On a whim, he tried his hand at a bit of piracy and found it to his liking. Raleigh, who quickly became addicted to crime, was brought into the Fiendish Five as chief machinist, where his evil tinkering genius rose to new heights. The last reported sighting of this mad machinist was off the soggy coast of the Isle of Wrath, a small island uncomfortably situated in the middle of the perilous Welsh Triangle.
Sly Cooper in, tide of terror. Yeah, I'm quite happy about this world, just because this is the first world of the game, and it takes place off of Wales, my home country. I love it when the Welsh are in games that, I don't know, I just like it. Makes me proud to be me. So anyway, we got the achievement now for learning the ropes, and the first thing we're going to do is collect as many coins as possible. Now, basically, I'm going to leave Bentley talk by here for a second.
Hey Sly, I just spotted something that's going to complicate the mission. See that nasty looking gate? It blocks the only road leading into Raleigh's hideout.
No problem. I'll just use my climb move.
Okay, but remember, you can only climb on certain objects, like pipes and ropes.
Yeah, sure, and like that ladder there?
That is correct, but do not forget, Sly. You have to get close.
Then hit the circle button to grab it. Yeah. Relax, Bentley. I live for this stuff.
Yeah, and that's what worries me.
Don't worry, I'm a pretty sly dog. Get it? 'Cause my name is Sly. Anyway, yeah, like I said before, this is like a Crash Bandicoot style platformer where you have to go across and
Very interesting.
go through the very linear levels.
Appears to be some sort of clue. I'll decipher it here in the van. In the meantime, see if you can find any more clues. The more I have, the easier it'll be to crack the code.
So as Bentley there was saying, obviously there's clues dotted around. They're basically messages in bottles that you can pick up. Now these are hidden throughout the levels and for the most part they're really easy to come across. Now I'm going to be getting every single clue in this game, so if you want to use this as a 100% walkthrough, feel free to. It's not exactly a hard game anyway, and for the most part the levels are extremely linear, hence why I called it a Crash Bandicoot platformer. You basically got loads of hallways where occasionally they'll branch off, so you know, that's how things work. In terms of controls, you can press the square button to sort of flail with your cane, and it's actually it's pretty useful.
Hold on, Sly. See those searchlights? One careless step and you'll be subjected to acute combustion.
You done whining? Let's go.
I'm just trying to keep you alive, partner. Fortunately for you, I launched these signal repeaters throughout Raleigh's fortress. Get close to one and I can checkpoint your progress.
Nice.
So basically they're checkpoints. So yeah, circle button uses Master Thief moves, and it's a bit extreme for getting caught to have yourself spontaneously combust. How would anyone have the technology to do that anyway? That's insane. But anyway, enemies in this game, be careful of them. They're deceptively difficult. Like, you can walk by them, you can go near them just fine, but they have a tendency of clipping you quite easily. So be as quick as you can when dispatching enemies, and try, most of the time,
According to my amphibio positioning system, that big blimp is where Raleigh is hiding out.
You know, that blimp looks more like a machine than a hideout.
You're right, Sly. That is a storm machine. It's the reason why it never stops raining around here.
That explains all the wrecked ships.
But why would Raleigh want bad weather at his own hideout 24/7?
Beats me. But rain or shine, I'm gonna steal my family's book back. And if Raleigh gets in my way, it's on.
damn straight. Now most of the enemies in this game you're going to run into, like this guy by here, most of them will actually be stealth enemies, so you'll try and avoid them every chance you get. But every now and then you come across enemies like these guys where you can't really stealth around them. It's not a big deal, because obviously the stealth mechanics aren't... They're kind of like a gimmick in this game. They're more fleshed out and actually become part of the main game in the sequels, which I'm going to get to when I get the chance to. So for now, it's just collect all the clues we can, and yeah.
Nice job so far, Sly. To get over the next gate, you'll need to grab onto this hook using your cane. Just jump and hit the circle button.
Got it. Jump and hit the circle button to grab onto hooks.
I can hardly believe it. I'm so sorry, please don't kill me. So yeah, there's not much really to say about this level though. It's a very basic platforming level, but with a lot of these enemies, the best tactic I can give about these enemies is they work very Crash Bandicoot-like, where they'll just sort of flail in one direction, and you just need to wait for the right opportunity to run up to them and just sort of give them a boop with a cane. Of course, these platforms, as you can see right below there, are very, very twitchy, and if you go a bit too far to the left or right, it'll count as a death, so it's kind of annoying. Now, when you're going in these areas with all these searchlights, don't worry too much about getting caught the first time. Getting caught the first time by these alarms will only set the alarms off. But if you go in the searchlights after the alarms have been set off, bye-bye health. Now, of course, you'll see me with like a horseshoe on my back. Basically, horseshoes are hit points. Every 100 coins you get a horseshoe. When you have 2 horseshoes, you have 2 extra hit points. And if you get 100 coins when they have the 2 horseshoes, then you're gonna get hold of an extra life. So yeah, you know, it's all good, it's all good. Of course, even though the stages are very linear, you do have instances like this where you're gonna need to backtrack to previous areas. Also, am I the only one that sort of thinks that Bentley sounds pretty similar to the guy that voices, what's his name in...
You found it, Sly.
Oh, what's his name in
That's
GTA
the
5?
final clue to crack the code. Now find out both, and I'll give you the.
Yeah, okay.
Press the circle to enter the vault.
Oh, what's his name? He's got the same voice as the guy who from Grand Theft Auto 5, you know.
Is 792.
Oh, it's gonna be killing me, bugging me all day. Either way, he sounds exactly the same. I'm gonna flash his name on screen when I get it. And with that, we get the first page of the Thievius Raccoonus. Yay!
Why, you found a page from the Thievius Raccoonus. This page teaches old Drake Cooper's fast attack dive move. Press the triangle button to use it.
So as you'll guess, every time you get a new page from Thievius Raccoonus, most of the time it's power-ups and stuff that you can assign to the triangle button. For example, the dive move, which will later on, when we get an upgrade, also double as a fantastic ground pound. But with that, we've gotten the first major collectible of the game, the first key. Alright. So yeah, the keys are like the main collectibles that we're going to be getting throughout this game, and with that, as the tutorial level completes, it's time to head on to the main hub of the first world. So with that, folks, thank you all for watching, hope you all enjoyed, don't be sheepish people, and when we return next time, we'll be taking on parts 2 of Sly Raccoon, where we're going to be taking on the first world. Thanks for watching, see yous after. Bye!